Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I am Shelley Whitehead. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 8, where you can see us 6 days a week. You can always find us on the internet as well. We are on blip.tv as well as YouTube. Liking us on Facebook is an added incentive for you because Leanne does upload the most recent episode right to your Facebook page. So it's a great way for you to keep in contact with what's going on in your community. Like today's show, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with construction this summer around 35 and what they're doing with the Pillsbury campus. A lot of fun stuff. We're always looking for new ideas, something that you'd like to have here on the show. All you have to do is send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net, or you can call Leanne Alt at 390-5751. Let us know what you'd like to see on the show, and we'll see what we can do. We're also looking for sponsors all the time, people who want to support us. And we'd like to thank right now Bremer Bank for stepping up and becoming a part of our team as we bring information to you that you need, especially during the summertime as we talk about these construction ideas. So stay with us. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. We're having a conversation right now about the seasons. We've talked about winter. Now it's time to talk about the season of construction. And I have with me Dan Pirkl. Hi.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing good, thanks.
Good. Would you do me a quick favor? Introduce yourself a little bit so we'll know who you are and kind of what you do.
My name is Dan Pirkl. Work for the Minnesota DOT, state of Minnesota, in the construction office here in Owatonna.
So, like I said, there's that joke that goes around about two seasons. You know, winter and construction here in Minnesota. So it's kind of a sticky subject, isn't it, sometimes, because people get a little annoyed by it, but it's a very important process to keep our infrastructure going.
Yeah, construction annoys people a lot, especially if they have to slow down during their travels and delays them from where they want to get to go.
Because you usually have in our mind an idea of how long it normally takes, and then the construction can add to that. And we've seen the construction slowly and surely sneaking a little bit more south. We've seen it up in the cities. It's come down to Lakeville and Burnsville area, down that area, and now it's coming to us. So this summer we're starting a new. The MnDOT is starting a new project here in the Minnesota, Owatonna area. I should slow down. Sorry, I get so excited. I get so excited. So tell me a little bit about the project that they're going to be starting. When will they be starting the project?
There's going to be a total reconstruction of the I-35 corridor in Owatonna from basically County Road to Hoffman Drive interchange. From that, just north of that exit, all the way past what is Lamond Road, a few hundred feet past there. Okay,
and so this section, when was the last time this construction, do you know? When was construction last done on this area?
The bridges were constructed in around 1963 over the railroad tracks on I-35 and over old Highway 14, which is now County Road 2 or Hoffman Drive. And those are in need of replacement. So they've lived their useful life.
Yeah. So that's a long time for those bridges, so it's time for them to come down. So you are bringing them down completely?
Yes.
So those two bridges specifically?
There was 4 bridges in total, 2 at the Hoffman Drive and County Road 2 interchange, and then 2 over the railroad pass.
Okay. And when does the construction start?
Construction is slated to start in May. The contract hasn't been let yet.
Okay.
So the contractors right now are looking at plans, getting their bid together, asking questions, and that will be at the end of March 28th when the project gets let.
Okay. And so more details about exactly when things will start will happen at that time, when the information is out?
More towards in the middle, late, end of April,
okay,
when after some of the construction documents contracts get signed and finalized, that type of thing.
Why is it so important, do you think, for people to know right now about what's going on? We've got a couple months. Why do you want people to know now about what's happening on the 35 exchange?
It kind of started out with a lot of the local businesses and local people asking some questions to the chamber, what was actually going to be happening, and they're kind of starting to worry about their businesses a little bit, losing traffic and that type of thing. So just last Tuesday we had a public meeting held at MnDOT headquarters in Owatonna here. The chamber helped us put that together at their request to kind of help inform the businesses and local people a little more. We did have a meeting last October, but it wasn't that well attended. A little far away from the construction season, so people weren't really in tune thinking about it too much yet.
We are now, especially as we drive through the potholes in the city. We're noticing that this construction needs to happen. So let's talk about the construction itself. You do have, in front of us, you'll see that we do have two different maps. So the first map we'll look at is where the complete construction is going to happen. So again, you said it's going to start at the 26th Street exit?
There will be a ramp closure at the 26th Street exit, but the construction will actually start just a few hundred feet south of the 26th Street interchange and just north of exit 42, which is the County Road 2 and Hoffman Drive interchange.
Okay, and so those, you said that the 26th Street exit will be closed. Will there be another exit closure throughout this? Because these, like you did tell me that this is going to happen in small increments, that it's not going to all happen at once, so that businesses don't have to worry about things being closed the entire time. So that one will be closed, and then what else will be closed? Well, the ramps will be closed.
The construction will happen in certain stages. And the staging was put together to help keep access open at the interchanges. So like the 26th Street exit and on-ramps, that won't be closed entirely, but one leg of the 4 will be closed for most of the summer. So that one that will be closed will be the on-ramp onto southbound I-35, because we're looking at problems with merging of traffic into the single lane because a crossover will be built in that area to take the traffic from southbound I-35 over to northbound, where the traffic will be run head-to-head throughout the construction, so that we can reconstruct the pavement and bridges in 2014 on southbound I-35 through the Owatonna corridor.
Good. And will there be any other ramp closures we just need to keep an eye on as they come along?
The longest ramp closure will happen at exit 42, exit 42A, which is the loop. As you head south on I-35, you'd go over the bridge at County Road 2 and then take the loop to go onto Hoffman Drive. That loop or ramp will be closed throughout the summer, basically from late May, early June through September.
So if you want to get to Hoffman Drive, you're going to have to either exit before, either way, whichever direction you're going, you're going to have to make sure that you exit earlier or whatever, just to make sure, because that one will be closed most of the time?
The official detour is to exit at 26th Street and then go on the county road over to the four-way stop and go in on State Avenue to get back over to Hoffman Drive.
Now, that intersection itself has always been kind of a little dodgy, hasn't it? Going, even if you, especially if you want to go southbound from the Hoffman Drive area. Is there going to be a major change there to kind of make that a little bit safer?
One of the safety improvements, you could say, for the project is actually that at that ramp and bridge. That ramp, along with the loop, will be closed also through that heart of the construction, which is the summer. And basically, what is going to happen with the new reconstruction, one of the safety improvements, is an auxiliary lane will be added between the Bridge Street interchange and the County Road 2 Hoffman Drive interchange. And that auxiliary lane will be both northbound and southbound.
Oh, nice. And so that's really going to make it a little bit easier for people to... I don't know that we've had a lot of accidents there. It just makes people, I think, really nervous as they're trying to merge into that traffic area.
Yeah, with talking to the businesses and the local traveling public that uses that ramp, that is a big concern. It's frightening, especially if you have two semis side by side and you feel like you're
You're going to get squished.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that will that bridge be bigger then over that area because you are increasing a lane?
Yep.
Okay.
The bridge, it's actually over the Canadian Pacific Railroad, will be widened as part of the new construction, allowing that third lane or auxiliary lane to be constructed from that interchange at County Road 2 and Hoffman Drive all the way down to Bridge Street.
Nice, nice. So again, making that a lot safer. And I think sometimes we get frustrated with traffic, with the traffic that will come along with the construction. But again, it's making those bridges safer, which haven't been constructed since the 60s. And then now again, keeping the traffic flow a little bit safer as well, just on that intersection. Any other? So we were talking that there's going to be lane closures, and then the people are going to have to go head to head. Talk to me a little bit about that. What the head to head and what that means.
Well, you bring up a good point. One of the things that we do ask the traveling public is that they be patient with the road construction, and if at all possible, find alternate routes that they can use, especially being this is a local program, local people, they will find other alternate routes rather than getting into the heart of the construction, being congested.
Yeah, the second one that you have actually shows some actual detours that you will have, and we're asking people to take these because there is a lot of interstate traffic going to Iowa and from Iowa along this area. So if we keep the local traffic just jetting around that area, you can actually see on this next picture that Leanne can show us what that looks like and how you can see the square, I guess, of easy way to get around using major roads without taking too many back roads to avoid the construction that will be happening there. So talk to me a little bit about what we see on that picture.
What you see on the picture is basically the major detours with the ramp closures. Because we're closing ramps off the interstate to get to certain local roads, there will be detours. And one of the easiest ways to actually view the map and see the colors is to go to our website that MnDOT has for this project in the Owatonna area here on I-35, and there will be links to the detour maps and the Facebook page and Twitter.
So we'll have Twitter,
and
I know you're going to be very proactive in letting people know. Join the Twitter account, kind of find out what those things are. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it, and I know we're looking forward to our construction season coming because we can roll our windows down. It'll be warm. That'll be a good thing. All right, please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website at www.amyswainhearingcenters.com, because you deserve to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
This March, as part of Minnesota Food Share, the Steele County Food Shelf hopes to raise $100,000 and/or pounds of food. Minnesota Food Share contributes additional money based on our local donations. In 2013, 3,616 individuals living in Steele County registered at the food shelf. By the end of 2013, the food shelf gave out 551,000 pounds of food. Thank you for your generosity. With your support, we are able to provide a resource in Steele County for our neighbors in need. No one in Steele County should have to go to bed hungry.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. Welcome. We are at the former Pillsbury campus, and people have been wondering for a long time what's going to happen. Well, we're finding out today a little bit about one of the aspects that is going to take place in this fabulous space. So first of all, I'm going to have these lovely people introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about them.
Thank you, Shelley. I am Joan Arbisi Little, and I'm an educator, and I'm excited about being here today. We're going to be putting a charter school in this space. I've been working with charter schools as public education since 2008, but I have been an educator since 1990.
Did you want to say?
Yeah, a long time.
Thank you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Mike Warner. I'm originally from Owatonna, and I'm an educator as well. I work at a school up in the Twin Cities. I'm a teacher, and I'm an assessment coordinator.
Okay, good. Well, Joan, we're going to start with you because you kind of, charter schools are your passion a little bit. It's kind of your focus. First of all, explain to me, what is a charter school?
Great. Thanks, Shelley. A charter school is a public school that was created under legislation that came up forth in 1991 to help school leaders, school principals, school teachers, families, and children be able to create their own school. Schools that are within the public systems but are outside of the actual district. So this particular model is being created to provide opportunities for kids that need to have more opportunities in the technical skills, the real life and career readiness world, the workforce readiness.
What other types of charter schools are out there, just to give people an idea?
Thank you for that one. Almost any kind you can imagine, because it is up to the people that are forming the school. So there are college prep, there are engineering, there are theater arts, there are classical core knowledge schools. Really anything you can imagine, Montessori, all kinds of things. This one is project-based, which is different. Mm-hmm. So with a project-based school, the student actually becomes the driver of their programming. They get to decide what they're going to study. It's based off of a model of EdVision schools in Henderson, Minnesota. They started back in the early 90s with the Minnesota New Country School and have helped support schools all across the country, like ours, project-based, to open and be successful for kids.
And so as we move forward, how many students are you hoping to have in this facility, do you think?
Well, EdVisions has found that about 125 work very well in this model, 125 to 150. Perhaps if you're familiar with the Medtronic business model, Medtronic has this concept of once you get to 150, you really need to split because you lose the community. And then you go to 275s and then grow from there. So we wouldn't want to ever get over 150 because we would lose the community and that individual purpose.
We are up here, and it's a lot of space, it seems like to me, but yet get 150 students in here plus faculty, it can crowd pretty quickly. Tell me a little bit, do you know how much floor space you have up here?
I'm actually not sure on how much
it's about 20,000, which is ideal for this kind of school.
So, Michael, you're actually, this is kind of your baby. Mm-hmm. You are, while Joan is kind of at a state level for charter schools, this is your vision. Mm-hmm. So talk to me a little bit about why you've decided to work with this specific type of charter school and why the Owatonna area is so perfect for that.
Well, the Owatonna area is a perfect place for this kind of school with the college connection with Riverland and with how close we are to Mankato State University as well. And then the business sector in Owatonna, the industrial sector and the agricultural sector of Owatonna is really, really strong. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of community support in this area for these kind of projects as well.
Well, and each one of those is very specific and important to the school itself because you're hoping to incorporate those businesses and educational facilities into that. And how will they be incorporated into the school day?
Part of a project-based learning atmosphere is that they're learning their math and reading and history and science. They're learning it while they do projects. And a lot of those projects are geared towards the community. so they can be out in the community. It's not just a field trip once a semester or once a year, it's a field trip every week, getting into the community and working with local businesses on, if they're doing a project on design, graphic design, you're out in local businesses working with their graphic designers, working on projects for that organization as well. So there's that constant connection with the local community.
And there's a specific end in sight that you have for these students at this facility specifically. Talk to me about that.
Sure. It's about college and career readiness. So not only are we preparing them academically, and they will be prepared academically, they'll be high level, high achieving in reading and math, but we're also preparing them with the soft skills to be successful in college or to be successful in a career right after high school. So if they graduate from high school and financially or for whatever reason to their own decision, they aren't going to go to a 4-year university right away. They can enter the workforce with the skills that they need to be successful. And then they can continue to get education throughout their career instead of kind of the front load model. It allows them to have more direction and a bigger decision in their own future.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you. Oftentimes charter schools, as Joan mentioned, try to fill a hole that they've seen in the educational system. So how is this different? Because what you're saying, well, I guess you could kind of apply that to a regular high school. How is this one with being the project base? How does that really make that big of a difference to help with that?
Sure. Project-based is all about getting the kids engaged and getting them interested in what they're learning. So what we find in typical education, especially with the focus on academics, reading, and math, which is really important, but what we find is that a lot of kids are being left behind and a lot of kids are getting disengaged with the typical school day. The typical standard model where there's 25 to 35 kids in a classroom with a teacher in front is really good. That's what I've been doing in my career thus far. But I envision a world where students are working on projects and working on things that they find really interesting and that they're really excited about. And what that'll do is that'll drive them to finish high school. That'll drive them to get into a career that is more than just a job. That'll drive them to do something in their life that they care about and that they like doing.
As an educator, it sounds quite a bit more challenging than maybe a traditional school where you have the same thing, you have the lesson plan. When the students are kind of picking the projects, how are the teachers going to make sure that not only are they engaging the students, but they're also making sure those educational standards are being met?
Yeah, I think we're really lucky because we get to work with EdVisions on this, and we're replicating a model that has been refined over the last 20 years. So that is a very tricky concept, and that is a very tricky thing to do. By focusing on the project-based learning as a whole, we can have smaller groups for reading and math instruction, which really helps. And you can do more individualized learning plans instead of class-wide learning plans. It allows me to, as a math teacher, it allows me to address the certain needs that a kid has and the certain skills that they might have not picked up in 5th grade or whatever it is. And the smaller class sizes for instruction really allow for more planning kind of on the fly to meet the needs of the students in the classroom that day. And I think just in general, since we're going to be a technology-focused school, there is an opportunity to use a lot of technology to help us meet some of those skills and some of those needs. Kind of using different programs with the computer allows teachers to differentiate more their instruction based on student need.
Well, Joan, you have done this before. You've opened many charter schools throughout your time here.
I've been around the opening. I haven't opened them myself.
Yes. Tell me a little bit about what that does in the time we have left. Tell me a little bit about why a charter school is good for a community.
A charter school is a way that the community can shape how the school is actually touching their children. Please do visit our website at www.technicalacademies.org. And you'll learn more about it. But the best thing that I've found for kids is where you let them decide what they want to do, and you support it with keenly developed software that has standards embedded in it, with highly skilled teachers, with passionate community members, and you get that kid out in the community ready for the life ahead of them.
Well, I have a friend who lived in Mankato, and she's now going to a performing arts charter school up in the cities. So the charter schools don't just pull from the immediate area, do they? Especially when there's a student who knows what they want to do. So do you see people coming from different communities for the school as well?
Yes, our transportation model might partner with the local Owatonna district for kids that live in Owatonna, and there's a payment kind of
partnership that you get in those kinds of deals. But oftentimes, kids will come from farther away if they aren't driving themselves. If their parent works in the community, then of course it's part of the commute. And they can come from as far as the family feels it's realistic and worth doing.
Good. I want to thank you for your time. Leanne, I don't know if you have a chance to kind of pan around and see how amazing this space is. That'll be a challenge for you as you move forward. But when do you hope to open the school?
The goal is to open in September of 2014, so this year.
So a lot of work to do, as you can see. And I want to thank you so much for your time here today. Shelley? It's been a pleasure. I graduated from Pillsbury, so it's kind of creepy to come back. But it's good. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
And we're back with a look at your area announcements. It is a food shelf. March is Food Share Month, and we're looking to raise more money for the Steele County Food Shelf. Right now, so far, they've raised over $45,000 and have raised 3,500 pounds of food. So they're looking to reach their goals, which include $100,000 and 2,000 pounds of food. So if you have not yet given to the Steele County Food Shelf, please consider doing so and really making someone's life a little bit easier through transition time. The Steele County Humane Society is seeking donations for the silent auction that is happening at their Pancakes for Pets fundraising dinner on March 20th. They could be anything from a gift certificate, home crafted items, or anything that can go into a gift basket. All proceeds from the auction will go to help strays and homeless animals in Steele County. Donations can be dropped off at Triam Graphics at 625 East Main in Owatonna. The Pancake for Pets silent auction is actually going to happen, like I said, on March 20th from 4:30 to 7 at the Owatonna's Eagle Clubs. It's $5 in advance or $6 at the door. Children 5 and under can eat free. Please join them, and if you'd like more information, call 451-4512 for more details. The Owatonna Elks Lodge invites you to their St. Patrick's Day dinner. It's going to be in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, as well as supporting the Homestead Hospice House. All proceeds are going to benefit the Patient Care Fund. It is Saturday, March 22nd from 5 to 7, $15 in advance or $20 at the door, and it's going to be an authentic Irish menu, including corned beef and cabbage, baby red potatoes, dinner roll, and dessert. You can get tickets at the Elks Lodge or Kotke's. The Steele County Historical Center will be hosting the Gopher State Archaeological Society and the largest annual artifact show in the region this Saturday, and it's going to be open to the public from 9 to 3, and it's a free opportunity to go and see some great artifacts from the area. Join us on Friday. We're going to have a food shelf update as well as talk with Express professionals. See you then.